Color or black and white? Let's let the research decide as we dig into this niche of where's it at. I'm Gary Baker and this is Publisher Report, where the motto is self-publishing simplified. Today we're digging into niche research and we're talking about making books to find where things are, search and find, seek and find, I Spy. When we go to Amazon, we type in I Spy book, and you can see from the Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension, the keyword niche score for I Spy is 56, which is really good. But we might want to dig a little deeper because I Spy is pretty well known, but we can get lots of ideas from here in the I Spy book realm of the types of books that we want to make. And it's great when you're doing research just to scroll through and get an idea of these BSRs and what is selling. And you might just stumble upon something like this book right here, I Spy Easter, a fun Easter activity book with guessing games, color pages for kids and toddlers and preschool. Now, I talked about the Easter niche in a video. I'll put the card up here. You can check that out later because as I'm shooting this video, it is getting close to Easter, so that's something to pay attention to, but understand that when you see books like this for Easter in a category that we're searching for specifically, when we're making a project where we're actually doing something like where's it at, or seek and find, or search and find, don't let these types of things throw you off the main point and the purpose of this research, to dig into this niche and build your book for this niche that is evergreen. And by evergreen, I mean just like this seek and find book. You can see here, as you scroll down, there are books from Highlights, which is a major publisher. But what we're looking here is for more ideas and more topics of how to narrow down a title or a niche for this book. Here you can see the big book of seek and find, the big book of search and find. So they're going for seek and find as well as search and find in the titles of these two books. The big book of seek and find, over 1,000 fun things to seek and find. The big book of search and find, packed with hilarious scenes and amusing objects to find a fun way to sharpen observations. Now, I think most of these are aimed at kids, so this is going to give us an idea right here to how to niche down even further in this world of I Spy, search and find, seek and find, or another way to say it, where is it book? What about where is it book for adults? You can see the keyword niche score from the Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension here of 53. So let's scroll down and look at a few of these books. And let's start with this book right here. Where is it? The Ultimate Hard Hidden Picture Book for Adults and Very Smart Children. Notice the reviews and also notice the selling price for this book, $12.97. Scroll down and you see tons and tons of more of these Where Is It books. And you can see that this book here, the absolute best hidden picture book to find activities for adults. Again, Where Is It? A hidden picture, search and find book, seek and discover book with 351 reviews. Go ahead and open that book and take a look at the 352 ratings. It does have 4 stars. Let's take a look at some of these ratings. Because when you take a look at the ratings, especially with a book that has this many ratings, this is a great place to really dig in and do niche research. As you can see the customer images that were provided right here of the book. So that makes it very easy to see what's going on in that book. And as you can see, the type of book this is, it's really not very challenging from just a simple glance. And you can also see that the rating is 1 star. I give this 1 star because there's literally 4 things to find per page and it's super simple. I was expecting a book for adults like it says, but it's simply not worth the money. See the photo for yourself. Again, that brings us back to the pages that I've created. Of course, I have one in color, I have one in black and white. Do these images meet the criteria for what we saw when we look at that review? Again, this is part of the research process, also part of the creation process when you're creating your book, to really think about what it is you're creating and who you're creating it for, and is it challenging enough, and is it presented in a way that they're going to appreciate, color or black and white. So at this point, let's go back to where we were with this false advertising 1 star rating. And then let's think about what it is we're creating and how we're going to create it. But before we do that, and I show you how I actually created a book, let's think about the pricing here. You can see that this paperback book is $9.43. So if we create this book in color, how much money are we going to make? I also found this book, Where Is It At? The best hard-hidden picture book for adults and super smart kids, sells for $12.97. So how much are you going to make if you want to sell that book? And is this something you should really think about when you're creating a book, whether it's in black and white or color? Of course, the main goal here is to create a book that not only sells, but actually gets a good rating and people enjoy and like, because that's the business we're in, to create books for real people to make sure that they really like them. Going back to this book and $12.97, how do we figure out how much we're going to make? Or let's start simpler with how much it's going to cost to print. Here is the Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing Help page on printing cost. And as you can see here, here's how Amazon calculates the printing cost. Fixed cost plus page count times per page cost equal printing cost. And to estimate your printing cost, use our calculator. You can also see a table that summarizes the printing cost by calculations by marketplace by clicking these drop-down links. Black ink with 24 to 108 pages is $2.15 per book. Color ink with 24 to 40 pages is $3.65 per book. Additional per page cost, none for both of those until you go over 110 or 42 pages respectively for black and color. Another great option is to go to Tangent Templates. Use their pricing calculator, drop down either black or color, enter your page count, and the page count for this paperback book that's selling at $12.97 is 42 pages. Go back to Tangent Templates, type of ink, color, page count 42, list price $12.97. Calculate that. You're going to see the printing cost is $3.97 in the US with a $3.99 royalty with an expanded distribution of $1.40 for your estimated royalties in the US. So now, from what I think the research is telling us, I think we should definitely go color. As you can see, this is the color image that I've created, and now I'm going to show you the tool that I actually created this in. And also, we're going to think and talk about a little bit more about that Easter niche, because simply as I shoot this video, it's March 14th, 2021, and Easter is on everyone's mind. And the tool I'm going to be using is software that we can find inside of our Puzzle Publishers dashboard inside the membership area. Of course, link in the description to check out Puzzle Publishers. And we're going to be looking at Search It, Find It. And inside of Search It, Find It, you have the ability to create these Where Is It, Search It, Find It, I Spy puzzles simply by selecting the find objects. And of course, it comes preloaded with lots of objects to include the playing cards that you saw in my printed page. And it's really just that simple to select these images and then pick the ones that you want to fill in versus the one you want to find. Of course, you don't want your fill objects and your find objects to overlap, so you can simply just get rid of those. So for example, got rid of the ace and the joker. Now we'll go ahead and we'll add an ace and we'll add a joker. Then we'll come down to the fill objects, and you can see here you can change the quantity. You can increase it or decrease it by dragging this bar. And we'll go ahead and say 30, and we will add those. And now you can see right there that the object was added in. And then of course you can drag it around as you need and see fit. You can also move it behind or in front of the other objects. And then you can click here, show solution, and it'll highlight the objects that are going to be found. And then of course you can download your task. And here's your task list in a transparent PNG background. Then you can download the PNG with the solution. There's a transparent PNG with the solution highlighted in red. Then you go back and you uncheck the show solution and you download the puzzle. And here's the puzzle page in the transparent PNG. Then you can pop over to Canva. Very easy to create a puzzle page as well as a solution page. Download that in PDF print quality. And there you have your first pages of your book to include the puzzle and the solution. So rather simple at this point to create these types of books after we've done our research. But now let's focus in on that Easter niche. Of course, we're going to stay focused, and we're going to, of course, create these evergreen books that will sell year round. But simply because Easter is on my mind, and I highlighted it in a video last week. Of course, I left that in the cards. There's also a link in the description. You can check out that niche research because it is important, especially for these types of books where you've niched down for a very niche topic of Search It, Find It, or I Spy, or Where Is It for adults, To think that you could do this exact same thing for an Easter niche, where you could actually have that book that adds to your catalog and sells or boost your sales at this time of year during the holidays or during a holiday like Easter. It's just a great product to have in your catalog and something to really think about, and I wanted to cover it for completeness in this video. And now I'm going to show you where you can find some images and how we can use those images in the Search It, Find It tool over at Puzzle Publishers. So over at Creative Fabrica, I found this Easter SVG bundle, and then of course I just downloaded it because it comes with commercial and full pod usage. It also comes in SVG, DXF, PNG, and ESPF formats. We're interested in the PNGs. Quick tip inside of Creative Fabrica, just type SVG bundle. Of course, when you search for SVG bundle, you're going to get tons of results. And as you can see, this is where I found the Easter SVG bundle with the PNGs that we're going to use here in Search It, Find It after we delete this. Then once that canvas is clear, what we're going to do here is we're going to go up to shape and we're going to change this to an egg because this is an Easter puzzle, an Easter book. And then what we're going to do is go down to Find Objects. We're going to say None, and then we're going to load some objects of our own up into the tool. And you do that simply by selecting some objects that we uploaded from Creative Fabrica or that we downloaded from Creative Fabrica, and we're going to upload here into Puzzle Publishers Search It, Find It tool. So there we have 3 as an example of our find objects. Then of course our fill objects, we're going to go and say None, and we're going to do the same thing. And we'll add a couple objects there just to get the idea. And we'll go ahead and we will add our find objects. They're the objects that we're going to find. Of course, they're in this Easter egg shape, and you're going to see how this works in a second. We're going to go ahead and fill our puzzle with the carrots. And there we go. Could probably drag some of these around like that. Move this one in. Fill it in a little bit there to make it a little more challenging. Of course, this may or may not be for adults, but we're niching down here inside of Easter, and just to see how the tool works for this specific type of project. Of course, with the Easter egg and the Easter images, we'll go ahead and download the puzzle. And there is our PNG for our Search It, Find It puzzle for Easter. And that's how simple the Search and Find It tool is from Puzzle Publishers to create something very unique that could be used in this I Spy, Seek and Find niche that we found on Amazon. That is very popular and is a book that I think will do very well according to what we see here inside of Amazon, to include the keyword niche score from Self-Publishing Titans. Should you go with color? Should you go with black and white when you're creating these pages? I think the research will tell you when you dig in and you really get involved and you understand what it is you're looking for and why you're looking for it, knowing and understanding and always remembering that you are creating these books for real people that are going to enjoy them if you make them exactly what they're looking for. So when you find a book that has some reviews, make sure you read those reviews, you take that to heart, and you do your best to make something that you know will be better than what those people were disappointed with. That's all part of this business and putting these pieces together. And I hope this video helped you simplify publishing a little bit so you can get down to creating your own books. And if you'd like to see more about that Search It, Find It tool, go ahead and click the video you see on the screen right now. Watch that, and you're going to be amazed at some of the things that tool can do. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.